Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. We are going over The Chi, Season 6, Episode number 5. That episode is called One of Them Nights, guys. And I thought something was going to happen, like something big. And, so far, it don't seem like nothing too big happens. Nothing big happens. But when I say nothing too big is because maybe something happened on this episode that's going to lead to something. I don't know. I told my members in my my recap, my first reaction recap, that I just wish that I never saw the funeral procession going on in the trailer, because if I didn't see it, I wouldn't be going crazy guessing everything. Like I'm just guessing all the time, and it's actually getting on my nerves. So let me say hi to some of y'all who's in the building. Hi, Vake. KJTV. I'm sorry. I always feel like it's a tongue twister. Thank you so much for the flowers. I appreciate it. Just Me B, Michelle Wadler, Demarcus Vaughn. Hi. Stanley Powell, Oliver Spartan, and Rashawn Greer. What's up, guys? LSW, hey. All right, guys, let's get into it. I was feeling like there's, kind of like a lot going on this prom night. It was just, some really nice moments and some other moments I was like, are you freaking kidding me? But we'll talk. What's up, Candy Love? All right, guys. So uh, the episode starts off with Kev trying on a suit, and we see that Emmett is there. So we finally hear that Emmett is going to be the one that's going to buy him the suit. At least that's what he planned on doing. And he was helping him pick it out, like, oh no, that's too big, you look like you're going to be swallowed. So I guess he done took some uh, dressing lessons from, or fashion, should I say, fashion lessons from Duda, okay? Because he was telling Kev how to wear his suit. Like, no, you don't look good. The use is too small for you. I mean, too big for you, whatever. So he had him get a smaller one. It fitted better. Kevin liked it, and Emmett was like, I can't believe I'm about to buy you a suit. And Emmett, I'm sorry, Kev was like, I got it. I got the bread, okay? And he bought his own suit. And this is when we find out that he was like, he can make more money, and he has an offer to go to LA. All right. They will sponsor him. It's a team out there, of course, a gaming team that will sponsor him. And, they're going to pay for everything. They'll get him an apartment, car. I mean, obviously paying more money. I'm like, this is a really great opportunity, actually, but it's kind of hard, to leave your life and all that. But he's young. So it's better to do it now. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, now, we also see that Papa asked Kenya to the prom. I thought it was so cute because he knows she loves Anita Baker, and his sign said Anita prom date. So obviously it's like, I need a prom date, Anita prom date. And so it was too cute. I was like, oh. So she said yes, she would go. Okay, we've seen how that turned out, guys, and we will get to it. All right. So now, guys, we have also, as you can see, everybody's getting ready for the prom tonight. So we have Duda, who gives Bakari a car as his chariot. That's what Duda says. This is your chariot your chariot. I don't know why in the world that's his chariot, guys. I have no clue. Your chariot awaits, okay? Your chariot for the weekend. But of course, it comes with a catch, right? Duda doesn't do anything out of the kindness of his heart, guys. Never, ever, ever. So in the trunk are the guns that Bakari was supposed to find someone to hold for him. Okay, not for him, but for Duda, right? And Duda says to Bakari, I thought you said you were going to handle this. And Bakari says, I will, right? The dude just hasn't been picking up his phone. And, I'll figure it out though, because Judah was like, well, yeah, you better find out what's going to go on with that, because it won't be you and your chick in the car. It's going to be me and mine or whatever, right? So there you have that. He said, okay, I'm going to figure something out. All right. Now, next, we have Dudah's boys, right? They steal Tiff's car while she's at the weed plant place with Cairo. They hear like a smash, like glass breaking, and she runs out there. And I commended Tiffany, the act, first of all, not just Tiff, whatever the actress name is, the actress that's playing Tiff, for running out there with heels on. Honestly, though, if we need to, we can run in heels, but I just sometimes heels get on my nerves. But listen, if you gotta run, you will run. But anyway, she was running in them daggone heels, like they took my car, right? And so, where am I? Sorry, let me get okay. So they took her car, and Dante was there. He happened to also be there at the plant, at Cairo's little weed plant. And obviously Dante is there because he's the one who hooked Tiff up with Cairo in the first place. So Dante tells her that he thinks he knows who took the car. So he takes her to do this chop shop, and Rob meets them down there, right? And Rob is pissed off because he feels like they should know what Tiff car looks like, or at least we work for y'all, like we work with y'all, like how did y'all not know that this was her car? Okay. And Douda was like, well, it was just a mistake and it won't happen again. And Rob was like, yeah, like take a freaking picture, write it down. And then he was like, and y'all need to pay for this window too. So Douda was like, he stepped closer and he said, that's what we not gonna do. And then he tells Rob that they can take it out the next drop. So I'm just like, wow, this is a lot of stuff that was going on just seemed to be really fishy to me, because you saw Douda, he had that little smile on his face and stuff. And one thing that I could tell is that Douda is not expecting nobody to step to him, but folks were stepping to him in this episode. Okay. And I was like, oh, snap. But Rob was just, I don't know. I just feel like Rob is getting to a place where he's had it up to here. Of course he knows he's gonna fall back. Douda's first of all, he's crazy by himself, but he also has his boys there. So that's that, guys. So he's like, y'all go on. And they left. But then we have Dante there also, and we see that they know each other. And Douda says, what brings you over here? And Dante says, well, your boys are getting greedy, plus there's too many cars coming up missing for you not to know anything. And Douda just warns Dante not to get caught up over no chick, especially one that is not his. And my thing is Douda getting sloppy? Because why did they show this scene? To me, this scene has to be significant, because why would they just, and Dante of all people, they would have him come up in here and say what he had to say. And it's just like, all right, first of all, we do have to wonder if this whole situation was on purpose, that, that Douda had happened, right? But also clearly Dante is not a part of Douda's plan, right? To come in there and warn you like, yo, this is getting out of hand. And my thing is, Douda should really listen to him, because if you are if you're the one that wants to lay low, you shouldn't be having these boys out here just taking any and every car. Like that makes no sense. Like, and plus y'all not making enough money to where like you have to go and just take all the cars on the streets. Like that doesn't make any freaking sense. The FBI has, they've been watching you. Q knows a little something. We don't know what Q ever told them. So why are you out here playing? So instead of telling this guy, I think you need to just relax. This is Douda telling him, don't get caught up over no chick. Why don't you freaking listen? Anyway, I don't care. Yeah, Just Me B says, just making a target on his back. Getting sloppy. That's right. What's up, Juan Roman? Big was a big wolf status. Hey, and Chanel Robeson. So yeah, that's that, guys. All right. So now we have Lene, who is worried about, listen, Maisha's doing her nails. By the way, Maisha did a very good job. That little girl is so talented. So she did a good job doing her nails, but something is clearly bothering Lene, and Maisha knows it. And she's over here just asking her about the color coordinates. Like, are y'all coordinated with your colors for for the prom. And Lene is like, I'm not even worried about that. So come to find out, she's worried about the fact that her brother Jamal wants to meet Bakari. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? But she tells Maisha that she hopes that it's just short and sweet, because she doesn't want no issues. Now Maisha tells Lene that Jamal should understand why Bakari is in the streets, because he knows the struggle, right? Jamal knows the struggle, which should mean that he should be understanding of Bakari's plight, right? So I feel what she's saying, guys, but it doesn't always work like that, right? A man could be a street dude or a player and have no freaking qualms about it, but would he want that same type of dude dating his sister or his daughter? No, like it doesn't go like that, But anyway, Maisha says that ninjas be in the street because they have to be, not because they want to be. And sometimes that's true as well. Sometimes that's all they know. You know what I mean? I just kind of feel like that's a hood mentality type of excuse. And it don't work for me. So anyway, and I'm pretty sure it shouldn't work for Jamal either. Especially if he's someone that's trying to be reformed, it shouldn't work for him. So anyway, guys, I mean, look, a man like him, he knows, like he even warned his sister, loving us ends in heartbreak. So why would he want his sister to be with the street dude? It's just that simple. Okay. All right, guys. So we have Emmett, who drops off EJ and he sees Tiff's window all busted up. Okay, like it's busted out. So he asked her what happened. And when she told him, he wanted to know why she didn't call him. And Tiff said, "Because you're not my man, right?" And Emmett says, "Well, I bought it for you." And Tiff was like, "So what?" Okay. So now Emmett wants to know how Tiff got the car back. And she mentioned that she was with Dante. And Emmett was like, "Why were you with Dante?" So I was just like, okay, oh boy, like, why are you worried about all this stuff? But I guess it was kind of triggering for him, because remember, that's who she was fooling around with heavy when she had the little open relationship situation. So probably was a little trigger. Okay. So anyway, Emmett finds out that Tiff is trying to grow her own weed, and this is news to him, right? So Tiff was like, "I thought that Keisha would have told you." But Emmett says she didn't. And she tells him, I'm sorry, that he said, "She didn't tell me, but you should have still called me." And she said, "Well, I didn't, and you're not my protector no more." And so I'm just like, this whole thing right here was like, Emmett, like, do you still have feelings? Like, it's like, I don't know. I really didn't know what the heck to make of this whole thing. I felt a little bad for him, because it's like, it was kind of like, oh my goodness, what in the world? Oh my gosh, this is so nice. Don't know how much they cost, but here's something towards a mani-pedi massage or the start of a vacation fund. Wishing you peace, love, and healing. Oh, don't do this. Don't make me cry. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Little Rock. You're about to just like interrupt me and make me cry. Wow. Thank you so much. That's such a freaking blessing. This is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I definitely do need to get myself a massage for sure. Yes. Thank you again. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how much I could thank you. This is really beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Alex Heron. Oh, thank you so much, Little Rock. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know, guys, what to think about this whole situation, right? Like, this is it's giving do you still love me? Do you still want me? And I know we said this before, that there's a little bit of trouble in paradise when it comes to what is there with the couple, him and Keisha, and that it's a possibility that him and Tiff are not over, that they actually may be more compatible at the end of the day than him and Keisha are. To me, it really does seem like that. Okay. Now, I was saying that I felt bad for him because I feel like he, it was an eye opener because yes, he still loves her, maybe not in that way of wanting her, but he loves her in a way that she's family, and he does feel left out, I think, about not being able to like come to her aid and stuff like that, right? So that's just something that I guess he has to get over and deal with it. You know what I'm saying? LSW says Emmett is all over the place. I don't think it's feelings. I think Emmett took that what Judah said to heart and really think Tiff one of his women. Probably, yeah. But I don't know. Big Wolf status says the whole sequence was strange, but some sort of foreshadowing. Yeah, it might be because I'm just like, why in the world is that such a big deal, you know? But yeah, so we'll get back into it, guys, with this whole thing. We know what he's gonna do, but we'll get back into it. Yeah, Keisha might go back to Nuck, and these two might go back together because that's how they do. They recycle. It's the recyclable world over here. All right. So now we have Bakari who asks Lene if she wants to go somewhere after prom, like to the suburbs. And she says yes, but don't be expecting nothing, right? Then he tells her that he loves her. And I just thought that this was such a sweet little moment. And she said, I love you too, and stuff. Oh, young love, young love. So cute. Mm-mm-mm. So let's move on, guys. But it was so cute. All right. So now, guys, Keisha, she tells Emmett that she got fired due to budget cuts. I forgot to mention that, but hey, here we are. She gets fired due to budget cuts. And the thing about it is she was chosen. Look, if she was on her A game, most likely she wouldn't have got fired. But she got fired because she keeps running out on them. She has to leave early. She comes late, all this stuff because she's trying to juggle things at home and to help him with his kids. It's most likely his kids that she has to help with because, her son is being babysat by her mom and stuff like that. I believe most of the time. Right. And so it's really his kids that she's doing all this running around for. And my thing is how overwhelming could it be though if we really think about this, guys, right? How overwhelming could it be to help out around the house? And this is not me coming down on Tiff. This is me trying to really make sense of this situation. How often does Emmett have his kids? How often does he get them on the weekdays? That to the point where you have to go running around for him? Because EJ has a mother who should be running around for him, right? And then the other kids, we don't be seeing them over there like that. So what are you really running around for if it's not your own kid? I don't really understand this. So this is not really making sense to me. Yes, Oliver, it's Emmett's other baby mamas, the ones really out there living their best lives, because she over here getting mad talking about something. I'm not gonna be here sitting in the house while you living your best life. But it's like where's everybody else watching these kids? He has three different kids. Three kids by three different baby mothers. You mean to tell me all the baby mothers are dumping the kids on you at the same time? And I don't even like to use the word dumping. I really don't, because he's the dad. So there is no dumping, but you know what I mean. It just doesn't make sense to me, guys. And we never see the other kids. We just see EJ and Ronnie there together. So I'm just really trying to figure out how all of this is so overwhelming. Because listen, I know what it is to be overwhelmed with, doing things with children and work and school and this and that. I know what it is. So I'm not trying to, downplay her overwhelmed. I'm just saying they got to make a little sense, because I don't see the other children. Okay. And most likely I thought it was that they were there on the weekends. But even if they're there on the weekdays, is it every other week? Because why the heck are you always late for work? And why the heck do you always have to leave? I mean, come on now. You have to find, well, all of these people in your little parenting circle. Everybody, listen who's helping parent EJ. The one kid. There's four kids on one. I'm sorry. There's four parents on one kid, EJ. Right? You got Tiff and Rob, and Emmett and Keisha, they're all helping to parent EJ. So you mean to tell me if it is just her, EJ and little Ronnie that she's taking care of and she got to do all this running around for, you mean to tell me out of all four of them, there's nobody else besides Keisha that could pick up EJ from school? Make it make sense now. So anyway, guys, she starts lashing out at Emmett because his response was a bit nonchalant, right? When he says that she could get a job at another school. Clearly, we saw the response. We saw how when she was losing the job and getting fired, we saw tears in her eyes and everything. Like she couldn't even maintain her composure in front of the lady, which was really sad. Okay, so for him to say you can get another job at another school, it was just really it was kind of nonchalant, like he's not really considering her feelings. Like look at her on the couch, she's just sitting there and she's got her own feelings, just like he has his own feelings that he was talking about in the little men's circle, how he feels like everybody thinks that he's supposed to be like a Superman or whatever. He didn't say Superman, but you know what he was talking about in last week's episode. It's the same way with her. You're dumping all this stuff on me, I need you to freaking take it easy, right? And so she starts lashing out at him, and she tells Emmett that she wants him to stop leaning on her for everything. So he tells her to speak up then. Like if you want more help or you want, things to be, get the pressure off, you need to say something. And she says, why is it on me to say something? Why do I have to say something? And like you can see that I'm overwhelmed and all of this. And I was like, you know what? That is very, very, very true. Okay. And of course, before she leaves, she said, I'm not gonna be sitting around here. It was that best life quote. I'm not gonna be sitting around here while you live your best life. Okay. Man, listen, guys. When she said the whole thing of why do I have to tell you? I understood where she was coming from, because I've had situations like that where I got bags in my hands. Like it's clear that I'm overwhelmed. You see that I'm doing everything, right? And I can get no help. Like you see, I'm getting bags out the car, this and that. Why do I have to ask for help? Like that's where it's like, really? So that type of stuff is very annoying. Like if you can't take the freaking initiative to freaking see that I need some help, then maybe something ain't right. Like I don't even want to go. Obviously, he needs training on how to be a better man. I'm just going to put it right there and I'm going to leave it because I can't. I just freaking can't. It's very annoying. All right? Because then when you ask for help and then they don't freaking give it to you, they just say, okay, I'm going to do it. And then they'll freaking do it. Now, men really, Sender One says men really can't pick up on certain things because they were raised by women themselves. Right. And if the woman around them, that's such a good point. If they were raised by a woman who was doing everything, they're so used to it, all of that stuff go right over their heads. That was good. I felt Keisha on a personal level this episode. Wow. Yeah. I have had situations like that as well. They're so caught up in their own things. Open your freaking eyes. All right. So then, guys, Keisha goes over to pick up Ronnie. And, she's going over to her mom's house and she's going to pick up Ronnie and everything. But she overhears them fussing. Okay. Now, this is Nina. She is fussing at Dre for texting her ex-fiance at 11 o'clock at night. Okay. But at least she knows that Dre is doing this. But I still do not agree with this. But I'm glad that Dre is not doing it in secret. Right. I just don't want Dre to get too caught up in this situation where things get out of hand. Okay. Now, while Keisha is behind the wall listening, she hears her mother say, I'm not about to be sitting in this house while you out there living your best life. I'm talking about verbatim. So she goes in the house. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, snap. So I said she goes in the house. Keisha goes into the dining room And, she makes her presence known. And it was like, oh, I'm sorry, we didn't see you or whatever. We didn't know you was here. And the mom goes upstairs to get Ronnie ready. And Dre says, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were here. And she says, okay, I'm grown. Y'all can argue in front of me. And she said, it's not that, Dre saying it's not that. It's just want to let you know that I'm not cheating on your mom. Okay. Me and you, we're just kicking it or talking, whatever she said. It's nothing crazy. I'm not screwing her or whatever. Right. And so, Keisha tells her that she's overwhelmed, she lost her job and things of that nature. And that's when Dre suggested therapy, because she was like, first, I guess, Keisha was going to therapy. She said, have you been continuing? And she said, I guess she stopped. So she says, Dre says that it's not going to work if you don't do it consistent. And that's when Keisha was like, well, can you be my therapist? Like, and she was like, Dre was like, no, girl, like, I know too much. Okay. Absolutely not. But I can recommend you to someone. Okay. Now, guys, do you remember? I mean, first of all, I do feel bad before I say what I have to say. I do feel bad that Keisha in this episode has been revealing that she feels empty. She feels like a failure, And so that right there, those are not good feelings to have, not as a man, not as a woman, and especially when you're overwhelmed. Like, when you feel like a failure or you feel empty inside, but you're being pulled every which way, oh my gosh, that's the worst. Okay. It is the freaking worst. Okay. Now, I wanted to say that these two came such a freaking long way. Do you remember when we first met Dre, when she first came on the scene and got married to Nina? Not Dre. Keisha did not like her for nothing. She was like, I can't stand Dre. She just be doing too much. And now she's just like, why don't you be my therapist and everything? Like, look how things have changed. Dre, remember how everybody used to be so like suspicious of her and everything? Like, she turned out to be one of the best freaking characters on this daggone show, guys. Okay. Now, anyway, let's move on. So, yeah, that's dumb. I meant to show you that picture, but we're moving on now. Okay, so guys, this pissed me off. Bakari, I told you guys that, he is someone who is, I have a soft spot for him now, but he has been pissing me off these past few episodes with him just pushing up on Shad, knowing what situation Shad is in, okay? And he's asking him to do things that will get him in trouble. I'm so freaking tired, all right? I'm tired. Now, we see that Bakari goes over to Shad's house with the bag of guns, all right? Shad tells him that he's not going to hold them. So Bakari was like, how long you gonna be a kept man, right? And that's when Shad goes up to his face like, what you say? And look at Bakari trying to buck up at him and talk about what happened to the ninja that helped me get my stuff together. And Shad says, I did help you and I helped you the right way, right? So Bakari tells him that he'll never put Shad in danger. And Shad, of course, is not dumb, right? He's like, this is freaking dangerous, right? And on top of that, it puts his freedom at risk. So it's just really crazy to me that this whole situation has played out the way it did, because eventually Shad was able to Bakari was able to convince Shad to take the guns and put them away for 2 racks, y'all. 2 measly racks. And the reason why I'm saying measly is because this is a dangerous situation. If something goes wrong, Douda is coming to take your life or sending the hitters. Number 2, if the FBI who is on Douda could have possibly been following Bakari, we don't know. We don't know who's watching at this point, right? He saw them go inside. If they were watching him, they saw Bakari go inside with a bag, okay, in a man's house who is an ex-felon, an ex-con, in this house with a freaking duffel bag and come out empty-handed. That looks suspicious, number 1, right? The next point is, if the cops are not the cops, the feds are watching. So this is all in the same point, actually. So if the feds are freaking watching, right? That means that he can get in trouble. They could come try to bang on his door, Shad's door, if they were following Bakari. They could start following Bakari, Nuck, not just Douda, all the people that are associated with Douda. The chick Bianca, because now Bianca's hanging out with Douda a lot. So they can start following her. Like, this is freaking ridiculous, guys. This is ridiculous. And this really pissed me the heck off, because Shad is the adult here who understands more than anything, because clearly he knows that what Bakari is asking him to do is a dangerous thing, right? And a risky thing. And this stupid kid can't see the forest for the trees. Like, he can't freaking understand that what he's asking is a terrible thing, right? Because he's a freaking stupid kid. Okay. And so, but I don't care. Like, at this point, you should be a little street smart, and you should know that this situation is going to get somebody in freaking trouble. I mean, Douda is asking you to take care of it. Douda's not even trying to take care of it his daggone self. He's trying to get his little minions to do it. That should show you that it's a problem already. I don't want to freaking rant, child, but I'm telling you, I will rant. I'm sorry. I think one of the kids are texting me. Nope. Hold on. Let me turn my phone down, guys. I'm sorry. All right. So, like I said, he gives him 2 racks. It's not enough. And my thing, so he does take the money. I'm sorry. He takes the bag and he puts it in the vent, guys. Yasin set it off now. Okay. Y'all done seen, set it off. The freaking vent, hiding stuff in the vent does not work. Some way, somehow, for some freaking reason, somebody's going to go looking for something in that vent. I don't know why somebody would look for something in the vent, but that is what's going to happen. That's what I think. I don't freaking know, guys, but it was just not a stupid hiding spot. I really don't know where else he could have put it, to be honest with you. He just should have never accepted it. Why are you acting like you hurting for $2,000 when we just saw you get a grip of money, a freaking grip of money from Douda in last week's episode? What the heck did you do with all that money? The reason for bringing it up is I know that he wants steady income, and he wants to be, he wants to help around the house. But what did you do? Like, you went and like paid her mortgage or something? Like, even if you paid her mortgage, you still should have a whole bunch of money left. That should be able to hold you over for a little while, right? So you can go get yourself a real job. I just don't understand why he's acting like he's hurting for cash in this episode. I'm just, you guys, I don't know. I don't know. He ruined 20 years of his life, so he knew better. Yeah. Or the airflow will be better. Yeah, something is gonna freaking happen. Something's gonna happen. I'm tired of these weapons. There's some A1 gangsters. How hard is it to get rid of them? Right. Watch something happens to air and yes, exactly. There's gonna be a reason. Right, go find the storage. Take a freaking take a page out of Heisenberg's book and go put it in the daggone storage place. Come on now. Let's move on. Like, you let this little boy talk you into this. All right. So Gemma and Tiara, they bond after Tiara saw Gemma trying on an ugly dress that she brought offline, guys. Okay, she bought the dress offline, and it was ugly. And it's prom day. Like, you have to order your dress, especially if it's offline, way before your prom comes, so you could try it on. So if it's trash, you could send it back and make sure you could have time to go get another dress. Okay. I mean, good thing they're not hurting for money out here, right? So on the day of the prom, she finds out that this dress does not fit her, or not that it doesn't fit her, that it's terrible. Okay. So now Tiara was like, oh my gosh, that dress is hideous and all this. And, you know, Gemma had a little attitude going on and all this, but she's like, Tiara was still kind of like fighting through it. And she's saying, listen, I could take you shopping, you know, and yeah, she's like, I can take you shopping and we could make it a day. And you got Gemma saying, I don't want to make it a day, you know, and she says, well, Tiara says, well, it's either you. I said, it's either me. And she says, either me and your dad. And so that's when it was like, okay, Gemma was like, okay, we'll go out. And so we have fast forward to this scene right here. Well, first of all, guys, Marcus was smiling when he saw them talking, okay, because you know that's what he wants. After we heard in the little men's meeting, he wants these two ladies to get along. You know, that's his daughter and that's his girl, so he wants them to get along. Okay, so he was smiling. He appreciated it. Okay, so now they're talking, guys, and they're bonding, and I was just like I wasn't really feeling it because I felt like the bond was too quick. You know what I'm saying? I thought that Gemma would have given her a little more hell, but hey, it didn't. It didn't happen that way. But oh well. You know what I got out of the situation, guys? No wonder they bonded because they're two scumbags, all right? Especially after laughing over the fact that she met, when I say she, I'm talking about Gemma, laughing over the fact that she met Jake because she used to date his best friend. And here go Tiara talking about something. I knew I liked you. Like, yeah, because you're a freaking scumbag. And they was both laughing about it together. Something that was, first of all, grimy as heck, and it hurt Kevin. You know, grimy chicks. Just two grimy chicks. Two peas in a scumbag pod. Okay? So anyway, let's move off these scum. Now, we got Emmett, who clearly was feeling some type of way that he just really needed to go and press Duda about the situation. Like, why was Tiff's car stolen? I mean, he went there like he was on some gangster stuff. I like all that gangster. And so she like all that. I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? You came there, first of all, he gifted you with, you know what I'm saying, a banger, and you didn't bring it with you. Okay? Number one, if you was going to try to go do some gangster stuff, you should have at least went packing. You didn't. All right? Number two, it's Duda. You know what I'm saying? It's freaking Duda. And he got his little goons there as well. You know, Nuck always be ready. But listen, I think Nuck was trying to protect him in this instance. All right. So listen, he says, you know, I bought her that car. Your broker helped me get it. Right. And Duda says, listen, you a day late and $1 short, young man. Like your girl, your woman then came up in here with two other dudes helping her handle it. Okay. It's not my fault that you weren't one of them and that you're not built for this. Or he said something like, I guess you're not built for this. Right. And he said, now get the heck up out of here. Right. And so Emmett was like, F you. And Nuck quickly tells him, yo, chill out. Okay. And like I said, I feel like Nuck was trying to help the poor boy. Right? But Duda was already in Emmett's face, and he pulls out a banger and he puts it up under Emmett's chin, and he threatens to control, alt, delete. And he painted the whole picture for him. Your mama gonna be doing this and that. Your BA daddy gonna be crying, or your daddy gonna be crying like a little bee, and your son gonna be fatherless. And I'm gonna show up to the repast with did he say a pinky ring or something like that? He says, something. And I was just like, wow. But he knows not to get rid of Emmett, at least not yet, because he needs somebody to take over them daggone restaurant chains. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't gonna do nothing to him yet. I tell you guys, everybody was feeling froggy against Duda in this freaking episode, y'all. We gonna talk. I mean, I really hope that let me write it down. Hold on, because when we get to one of the last scenes, I'm going to have to talk about this. Definitely got to talk about it, because there's just one character That's always there for it all. And I just always feel like that's the one we got to watch. And I'm talking about Nook. So, all right, now, where am I? So he sends him on his merry way, guys. It wasn't very merry, first of all. Got the boy feeling all stupid and everything, like sending him with his tail tucked. Because why did you do that, sweetheart? Why? Okay, Tiff is not your mom, your baby. I'm sorry, she's not your girl, your wife anymore. Just the mother of your child who has a man that came and handled it already. Okay. Oliver says, I didn't like Duda this episode, but it was hard not to like him with all his quotes. Yeah. LOL, you too late. She was here with two other dudes. Uh-huh. He sure is something else. He's so sarcastic. Duda's the type of person that, like, because he knows that he's like the ultimate deleter and he doesn't care, it's like he says stuff that could really dig and get under your freaking skin. And if you was the type of person that was a killer too, you would probably delete him, because he could get under your skin. All right. Now we see, obviously this is still prom night, right? And we heard Pastor Jackson talking to, having his little father-son talk with what is his name? With his son Papa. And then Bakari comes in, and Pastor Stanley could see that something is wrong with Bakari, and he's asking him what's going on. And Bakari tells him that he's nervous about meeting Lene's brother. And Pastor Jackson tells Bakari to just remember 3 things. Always look him in the eye, extend your hand first, and when you walk away, do it with confidence no matter what transpires. And I really love this advice, and I love this little scene. But guys, as much as I loved the moment, I was very scared because I feel like the precious moments scare me on this show. It's just a build up to make stuff so freaking sad, okay? And especially as much as we're seeing the pastor so much and Papa's family so much in this season, it makes it a lot scarier. So it just makes it seem like, okay, is it gonna be either 3 of these guys? What's gonna freaking happen? Something's gonna happen at Papa's house. That's what I think. I'm guessing. I know a lot of people. Listen, a lot of people are clicking on that of the Darnell foreshadowing death theory that I put out. It was just a theory for play to, because like I said, I'm playing around, playing a guessing game because there's so much happening. All right. They did this to us on purpose. They wanted us to do this. If they wanted stuff to be shocking, then they wouldn't have showed us that somebody was going to die, that there was going to be a funeral in the freaking trailer. They wouldn't have did that if they didn't want us to play this game. So I'm here and I'm playing. Some people were coming up under the video talking about you way off this and that. Okay, I don't care. I told you it could be a reach, but I don't give a crap. I'm having fun and I'm playing. And that's that. Shoot. Mess around. And like I said, it ain't going to be nobody big. Okay? And now that we know that, and I'm jumping here because I just don't want to forget my point. Now that we know that what is his name? That Kenya has a baby, man, we don't freaking know if something happened to this little boy. I don't want to throw him in there, but like I said, I'm playing the guessing game because we got to keep on thinking about the fact that they had on white at the funeral. And to me, that means somebody innocent is going to pass away. Somebody said that they think it's Papa because he's still a virgin and stuff like that. So, that's the innocence and all that. But, I'm also afraid that it could be a baby. All right. Now, I don't remember the casket being small. Like I said, I didn't analyze the trailer like some of y'all folks did. Okay. I just didn't. Now, it just might not be anybody that we will really care too much about, but it doesn't mean that the scene won't be sad, guys. Okay. But anyway, that's all I'm saying. Let's move the freak on. We got to get it. We got to move on. All right. So now, that was a cute little picture that they took. Papa was acting. Cinder one says she saw teddy bears. Oh, see. Mm-hmm. Whatever happens is going to rock all their lives. All the pics they took today showed happiness before the story. Yes, girl. Yes, that's why I'm scared. That's why I'm scared. So, I don't want to keep dwelling on it because that's how we could be here all night long. All right. So now Keisha, she tells Emmett that she's overwhelmed and that she needs to talk to someone besides him and Tiff. So she's going back to therapy. And like I said, guys, I felt bad that Keisha was saying that she feels empty because she's pouring into everyone else, right? At the end of the day, you do have to take care of yourself, of course, right? And now she also tells Emmett that he should have some therapy. You know, Emmett, after getting, having a banger all up in his chin, he came home and he was, hitting the yak or whatever the heck that was. And obviously drinking is not the answer, but that's what his daddy taught him as well. Okay. Anywho, now we got this scene right here, guys. So Gemma comes down to reveal her new prom dress to Marcus, okay? And Tierra was like, "You're gonna love it. She's coming down. She looks great. You're gonna love it, right?" So when she gets down there, Gemma is like, not Gemma, Tierra. She's like, "Do you love it? Doesn't she look so pretty? Do you love it?" Like, but Marcus did not love it, honey. He did not love it. He says, "Go upstairs and take that off right now and take off all that freaking makeup." Okay? And so Gemma goes upstairs, all right, and Tierra was like, "Are you crazy?" Because first of all, let's rewind, all right? Now, Gemma looks like, "But daddy," right? He said, "Don't but daddy me." And she turns to Tierra as if this is her new mom or something like that. But Tierra, she said, "Tierra ain't your mother. Like, I'm your parent. What the heck is you? What are you talking about? Go upstairs, like I said." Okay. So she goes upstairs. Okay. And here we go. Now she goes upstairs. And so now Tierra is like, "Are you crazy?" And Marcus says, "No, but you must be, like she is my freaking daughter," because he was like, "My daughter is too young to be wearing that kind of dress, like wearing a dress like that." And Tierra's like, "She's not a child." And he was like, "But she's my child, And she says, "Well, she's a young woman who has the right to express herself," right? And so Marcus says that she can express herself without looking like a hooker. And so this is the thing. She says, "Is that what you see when you look at me?" or whatever. To be honest, guys, I can't really understand how in the world she, right, brought herself into this scenario. Like, I don't think I've ever seen her dress like a hooker. Like, she had on right now, this whole suit, her body is covered except for her arms. She's not showing any cleavage. She has on full pants. Like, before, when she went earlier that day when she took Gemma shopping, she had on a blazer that matches the freaking pants. So I'm just trying to figure out how the heck she put herself into this situation. Like, how'd you add yourself into the equation, you freaking drama queen? You don't look like a hooker. But my thing is, why the heck did Marcus just allow her to ask that question and didn't even bother to answer her, knowing daggone well she didn't look like no daggone hooker? I'm so confused by that because she wasn't wearing anything inappropriate. So I'm trying to figure out, guys. Like, this is the type of stuff that be pissing me off. Like, don't have lines in here that don't make no daggone sense. All right. Now let me get back to Marcus and talk about this freaking fool. All right. Because I'm trying to freaking understand why this daggone idiot now all of a sudden you want to have something to say about how your daughter dresses. What is that gonna stop? You got your daughter out here having sex. She's over there she done been spending the night. Has she spent the night anybody else? Maybe she has, maybe she hasn't, but that don't freaking matter. That's neither here nor there. She's sexually active. She's out here, doing all types of stuff with this boy. She done been pregnant, all of this stuff, So what exactly is it that you're trying to stop at this point in her life? You should have been acting like this beforehand. That's what I'm freaking saying. Where the heck was this energy before your daughter started knocking boots with folks? Okay, with best friends and with dudes and their best friends and stuff like that. Where was that energy at? Mm-mm-mm. So that's what I got to say about Marcus sounding all dumb. She is too young to be wearing a dress like that. That is inappropriate. Okay, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. You are not father of the year. You don't drop the ball so many daggone times with that girl. So many freaking times. She able to do whatever the heck she want. That's what confused me, Miss K, unless you reminded him of her mother and scared. That's a good point. Because what the heck was that? Okay, and now you want to talk about all this makeup that she has on. Don't try to act like you strict now, Marcus. You are not strict. Mm-mm-mm. Anyway, so I gotta make sure that I'm all right. So yeah, on this right here, we have, what is his name? Kevin. He still hasn't told. Oh, I forgot to say that in the beginning, we also heard Kevin say that he's telling Emmett that he's taking Maisha to the prom and that they finally made it official. All right. So, but clearly he didn't tell his friends yet. All right. And so, um, Marcus, why am I saying Marcus, guys? I'm so sorry because I just finished talking about his behind. So Kevin he hasn't told anyone, so they're all at the house and they're waiting, and they're like, why haven't you told anybody who your date is? And he was like, just wait or whatever. Like, well, what about y'all dates? Where y'all dates at? Whatever. And Bakari was like, they upstairs, like, hello. So anyway, we got Papa who receives a text from Kenya saying that she can't make it to the prom tonight, whatever. I thought this was messed up. Like, oh, are you kidding me? So he lies and says that she told him to slide through after the fact, when actually he was typing in that, okay, bet I'm gonna come through after. I didn't see anywhere on that text where she said for him to come through. Like, I'm sorry, I can't make it or whatever. An emergency happened, but you could come through after. She didn't say that. She just said an emergency has happened. So what the heck are you talking about? I think with this girl, the fact that she's only 2 years older than him, but the fact that she's older than him, he keeps trying to act like he's so old and he's doing grown man things with her. You ain't ready for the grown man thing she got going on, pal. So calm down and pipe down. Okay. Now let's move on, guys. So we go outside and we got the whole little, everybody's outside. The hood is outside. It's so cute. Everybody's coming out. The dates are presented. And I was just like, oh, this is a nice picture. You got all the families coming together, taking the picture, and Triggs over there. And you got Marcus, the fathers and the parents basically are there in the pictures with the kids, and also you got Jamal over there as well. I do like the fact that now that Jamal is back, he is making his presence known in his sister's life. I do like that fact. Okay, so we also have that Jamal, he does talk to Bakari. Bakari does take his foster dad's advice or whatever, and he extends his hand. But first, we have Jamal telling Bakari that he has one job and one job only. Keep my sister safe and don't get her caught up in this BS. And he said, I got you or whatever. And he extended his hand. And that was it. It went well. He was able to breathe. And now it's that. Yeah, her confidence is so awesome, isn't it? All right. So next, guys, we have Alicia who done came out. Listen, I guess her son is taking too freaking long to find out who deleted her brother. So she coming out. She comes out to the bar that we find out she invested in. She wants to see how things are going. We also find out that Bianca is the one that runs the bar. She owns the bar. And she, like I said, Alicia she's an investor. Bianca says she paid her back, but Alicia still says I'm a silent investor still. Okay. So I need to make sure the stuff is running well, and that, she lets her know that she doesn't want, when I say she, I'm sorry, Alicia tells Bianca that she doesn't want gang activity at their establishment because she knows that Duda is the one that, he be hanging around. Like, that's the word on the street, that is a lot of gang, activity going on. or whatever. And she's like, but Bianca's like, well, that happens after hours, after everything is closed and stuff like that. So, for Bianca, she perceives Alicia as just being controlling, like you coming here being controlling and everything. And so I just really felt that this exchange was very sarcastic, guys. And I didn't know what to think of it, especially because we don't know these characters. We don't know Alicia. We don't know Bianca. We don't know their personalities. But it was it was a lot of shade going on. And I didn't like how when Bianca was saying, yeah, I heard about what happened. I'm so sorry for your loss. Like, it didn't even seem genuine when she said it. It sounded very shady, very sarcastic. And so they were kind of looked like they was going back and forth with the shade until Bianca said that and was like, I'm so sorry for your loss, as if to say she ain't really sorry. And that's when we saw Alicia's tone change, her face change and everything. And she was just like, I'm sure you are, And my thing is, if we knew these characters, I think we would kind of understand their dialogue a little better. But it's like, y'all just threw these strangers together and we got to read the room. Like, we got to read the freaking energy. And I didn't really enjoy this scene. Okay. I didn't enjoy it at all. But you can see that Alicia did not appreciate the way she didn't appreciate just the fact of Bianca bringing up her brother in the first place and the whole thing, because clearly it's a sensitive subject. So we may be shading each other, but don't be bringing no shade around her brother's death. Like, that's what I got out of that. And she almost looked like she had tears. Now, listen, Lynn Whitfield, come on now. She be doing the daggone thing. Okay. Now, she looked like she had tears in her eyes, like she was ready to cry, like, now. So she gets up and then she lets her know, listen, at the end of the day, you need to remember that you owe me a favor. And we still got Bianca being a little sarcastic, talking about something. Do you need me to cash that in now? You want to cash that favor in now or whatever? And Alicia was like, no, but you will know when I'm ready. You'll know when I'm ready for you to cash in that daggone favor. Okay. Now, we definitely going to talk a little bit more about that, because I do think that Bianca is going to serve as, someone that will help give Douda up. Possibly. Not sure. Possibly. All right. So now we at the prom, and Kevin tells his friends that he's got an offer to go to LA, but he doesn't really know what to do. Jake is like, man, just go. Like, forget everybody. Like, he don't give two craps. And a part of me with Jake is, sorry, you can't really tell with him, because he done showed so much jealousy over the years when it comes to Kevin. So to have Kevin gone, I don't know, that might not mean much to him, because he's jealous of him, half the daggone time. So I don't know if that's some genuine love or genuine advice, or just him saying, man, good riddance, but we do have Papa, who's like, man, how you gonna tell him that? Like, we're gonna miss you, this and that. Like, Papa doesn't want him to leave. What's up, Matthew? Papa doesn't want him to leave, okay? And so we're also, Papa is okay, guys. Papa is okay with Maisha dating Kev and Kev dating Maisha. He is okay with it, okay? Like, why should there be any different when this is soup for the messy pot? If you guys have ever watched me do my videos on the Oval, which I haven't done in a while. Oh my gosh, I always was, that was my term that I used. That was my little saying that I would use. I would say soup for the messy pot. Oh my gosh, that freaking show is so messy. And that's exactly what they are in here. This is soup for the freaking messy pot, guys. All right, what's up, pretty girl in Derry? So now, Papa got an older woman, Renee. So he like, man, bye. An older woman with a child, baby. He ain't ready. He is not ready. All right. So now, where was I? Okay. So yeah, he was saying, I'm sorry, Papa was telling Kevin that, oh, you should make sure you tell Maisha, right? Tell Maisha. And he was like, he didn't tell her yet. No, actually, he asked if he told Maisha, and he said no, right? And so Papa was like, you need to tell her. And Jake was like, well, if she's the one, she'll understand, right? Okay. Now, that don't mean she's not the one if she didn't understand either. Okay, so now, guys, we got the prom pictures going on. It was too cute. They were dancing and rapping, and, it was just so cute. And like I said, these sweet memories, they're just scary to me. The last time, I know we had the wedding, I think last season with Darnell and Jada, right? But the good moments on this show, to me, are only precursors to a tragedy. All right. Like, y'all remember Dre and Nina's wedding? Everything looked so fun. And it was just this. And if y'all remember, do y'all remember the feeling? I don't know if y'all felt something, but I felt something like you could see, oh, this is a good time. It's a great time. Everybody's dancing. Everybody's together. It was such a nice vibe going on, but it was just something eerie about that whole wedding that happened with Dre and Nina. It was so eerie, yo. You just felt like something bad was gonna happen. And what the freak happened? Keisha gets taken. So all of this, it gave me them same eerie vibes, like all of this fun they're having, the slow motion of the camera and this and that. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what the heck is about to happen? I can't. I don't want to watch. I'm so scared. All right. So let's move on, guys. All right. Now, Trig, right? I don't know what's going on at Trig's house, but I guess because he's city council, he has these little meetings at his house every now and then where they're toasting each other, doing this. Oh, they're congratulating him, blah, 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 and all of that. I don't remember. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all could probably tell me what exactly they were congratulating him for, but I don't know because I didn't care to really listen. Okay. Like, I am not interested in Trig's storyline right now. It's episode 5, and I'm not interested in Trig's storyline right now. I am so sorry. What's up, Detroit Kings? I'm not. Like, it's not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me, guys. So I wasn't really listening. A little tuned out, probably freaking getting a screenshot or probably writing something. Okay. Now, but I do know what was going on in this scene. Okay. So look who comes through the door. This is Douda. Matthew said he fell asleep. He don't know what happened. So we got Quincy. Quincy's his little, his manager, whatever he is. So who comes to the freaking door? And it's, I don't know his name, but this is the realtor that works with Douda. Okay. Was I surprised that he was gay? Absolutely not. Because I remember when he was telling Emmett, when he said, oh, I understand because I know that my fiance wouldn't be happy if I just went and bought a house without him. And when he said without him, I was like, is he saying without him? As in to say them, like we're doing the binary thing, but it's the apostrophe em without him or without him. So I always kept that in my mind, like, okay, yeah, he's a part of the LGBT. Okay. So I didn't think that he had a fiance. I didn't think that his fiance was a woman. I knew that. But what I was surprised about was that Quincy was his fiance. Okay. Like, I didn't think that we were going to see him really in the story like this. Now, we did see Jada trying to hook him up with her girl. Okay. But no, wrong tree, my dear, wrong tree. Okay. So anyway, now when he finds out, when I say he, I'm talking about Trig. When Trig finds out that this is somebody that's associated with Douda, he immediately takes Quincy aside and he goes to the back in the hallway and he tells him, he says, listen to me right now. Douda is dangerous. Okay. And Q, I'm always ready to call him Q. Quincy wants to know the deets. I need more. Give me more. Give me more. Like, boy, if he's telling you that he's dangerous, take his freaking word for it. All right. But no, he had to know details. Oh, we have to be open and honest with each other and this, that, and the third. We had to be open and honest and blah, blah, blah. Right. And so automatically, I'm talking about without hesitation, freaking Trig comes out and tells Quincy that he helped Douda dump a body. And I was like, what the heck did I just watch? Why did you do that? My thing with Trig is, yes, you are a politician now, but you're from the streets. So you forgot your street code, like you forgot your street smarts. Like, what are you doing? Listen, the good part about him being city council, somebody that came from the street and from the hood, that's supposed to be beneficial to, you know, the residents in the city. The fact that they got a city council that's from the hood that knows, you know, the intricacies and all that, right? All the stuff that goes on, and, you know, somebody that speaks for the people and all of that. But how in the world are you going to be stupid to tell this man what it is? Now, I don't know if it's because in politics you at least have to have one person that you tell your dirty secrets to. Maybe that's what it is. And it's cute because they got to know something for them to be able to get ahead of it and protect and all of that. You know, he's his little manager or whatever he is. So maybe it's smart for Quincy to know. I don't know, guys, but I'm not going to sit here and try to figure it out. Why Trig acting like he done bumped his freaking head and forgot everything. I don't know, but you know what? Like I said, it's all soup for the messy pot, y'all. It's soup for the freaking messy pot. They got too many daggone episodes, and if y'all are serious about them having 16 episodes, to me, it's too many episodes, because as the more episodes they have, the more we're gonna be on this daggone roller coaster ride, like with all of these new characters being inserted in, and we can't keep up what the heck is going on. Like, I can't even tell if the story is progressing. Like, for real. Like, it's starting to piss me off right now. All right. So Renee Hicks says the plausible deniability just went out the door. It sure to freak, it sure did. Quincy might not snitch because his fiance is involved with Douda, but still wrong move. Yeah. Trigger's gonna trip on a bullet. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. He did tell Rose that he's tired of hiding things, but that doesn't mean that you have to start telling stuff. Like, don't be stupid now. Don't be freaking stupid. Okay, let's move on, guys. Now we got the moment of truth. We find out a little more about Kenya. Now, as much as they've been spending time at work, this little girl ain't never told this boy that she has a baby. Are you freaking kidding me? Ain't no daggone way that I'm gonna be working with somebody, kissing him. We went on a date, this and that, and I'm not gonna tell you that I have a child. Like, why did you hide that? That was very annoying to me. But anyway, so he freaking showed up. Nobody told his freaking behind to show up. You showed up on your own. I mean, I guess we didn't see her response, as her text and saying, "Don't come." We didn't see that, so we don't really know. It was probably welcoming. Maybe that was her way of saying, "Okay, it's time to tell him." Oh my gosh. Okay, so he was like, "Who this, your little brother?" Listen, guys, as soon as I saw that boy, I knew who he was. You understand me? Y'all probably know. Y'all probably knew it already. I knew who this little boy was. I was like, no, that's her son. There ain't no daggone little brother. The emergency is that she ain't had no freaking babysitter, okay? No babysitter. So she's like, no, it's my son. And that's just that. And I said, oh, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to pursue her? Are you going to try to act like you grown stepdaddy now? Like, what's going on? Listen, if they got 16 episodes, guys, she could probably get close. If they get close, he start acting like stepdaddy. They come around the house, they have dinner together, family dinners with the baby and her, and this and that and the third. The family's getting all close to this little boy and all that stuff. And then they come by spraying the house, and the little boy is there, and he gets caught up. I'm telling you, I could freaking make a whole thing out of this now. I could make a whole thing out of this because why are they adding these new characters with these new little things? I mean, listen, when you're doing a show, look, I ain't never did a show before, but I watched enough TV to know a little something, something. Now, normally, like new characters on a season, like in a show, if you have a new season, you'll probably have maybe one new character, one or two new characters, okay, that helps progress the story along. But they don't add it like several, all right? Several new characters. All right, and on top of that, they added who is not new. He's not new. Jamal. They added him, but he's not new, right? But he was in jail. Now he's added prison. And so, come on now. What is happening? Too many freaking characters. We're gonna play around now. We're gonna play around. Y'all playing, we're gonna play. Let's rewrite the script. Exactly. We're gonna rewrite it, Big Wolf. I could do this all night if I really wanted to with all of this stuff going on. We got so many daggone characters, so many ways we could go with this freaking story and everything. Like, come on. But it just feels like they're dropping stuff on us and they're kind of moving on, and then touching it the next week a little by little. I'm getting tired. I don't like getting tired this soon. Episode 5. It's Detroit. It's episode 5. I'm getting tired. Yes, stepdaddy. That's what I think he about to be. Oh, stepdaddy, baby. Stepdaddy, okay. So, guys, let's move on before I go crazy ranting on this thing. So now, this is what happened though, right? Bakari and Lene drops him off over there. And that's when he got his little big reveal. So then Bakari and Lene, they getting ready to go out of town or whatever they're going to do to the suburbs. And he's speeding. And I'm like, why is he speeding though? Like, why? I understand he's a kid. I know. But man, I knew so. I said, he needs to slow the freak down. Are they going to get into an accident? Like, what is going to happen right now? So it wasn't that. He got pulled over. I was afraid that he might get freaking shot by the cops. Like, I didn't freak. Like I said, I don't know what the heck is going to happen on this daggone show. So my mind is always racing, okay? Now, people have always been misled by this scene. And I told you, I don't know whose channel I was on. I told you guys that a lot of that stuff in the trailer is going to be misleading. Like they got Lene. Oh, they said, oh, Lene's crying at the hospital and all of this stuff. No, it ain't the freaking hospital. It looks like the hospital, but it's the police station, honey. Ugh. Don't believe the hype. They did all of this on purpose, guys. I don't know. I'm not really, maybe I should just calm the heck down because at the end of the day, probably nothing real is going to happen. The only person that's probably really going to die is Douda. Let's just be real. Hopefully. Okay. It's going to be a who killed Douda type of thing or something like that. I don't know. But no, it ain't going to be no who killed Douda because we was already wondering who shot Douda. We already went through that. So let's not play with that again, please. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, he gets pulled over. The kids, I guess they obviously get arrested, and we don't really know what the heck happens. We just know that Lene is pretty shaken up, and that's what I'm saying. Matthew, was he riding dirty? That's what I'm saying. He dropped everything off, so I'm just trying to figure out like what is she crying for? Bakari is feeling he's looking all down and out. So the family shows up, the brother shows up, Jamal, her moms show up, her foster moms, and you got Pastor Jackson over there picking up Bakari. And I just don't know. I don't know what to make of this scene, guys. I don't know. All I know is when I saw this, I was trying to figure out what the heck his face was telling me. Like, what are you saying? Are you saying, bro, I told you to protect my daggone sister? It's on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, or is he looking at him like, you are just in for a world of trouble, boy. You heading down the wrong path. But let me tell you guys something, right? And I ain't trying to really do the whole foreshadowing thing. But do y'all think that the music was foretelling? because the song was saying something about warning that the end is near and all I see is danger. So I'm just like, does that mean that something is about to happen with Bakari and the end is near for him, or the end, like, what's going on? See, there we go. They playing with us again. Anyway, listen, sometimes I don't think the Shy gets that deep as far as like how Courtney Kemp, her the songs that she picks, they actually mean something. The songs are actually, foreshadowy. They mean things. You could probably even make a theory off of the freaking music that they have. They're intentional with their soundtrack. I don't know if these folks are as intentional with the soundtrack on the Shy. So maybe I don't need to be doing too much with that. You know what I'm saying? Right. I was thinking the same thing. Did he not have a license? What was going on? Okay. All right. Not too much happened because they wouldn't have let him go. Bakari is crying because he dropped the ball. Yeah, I think that too, and also the music and all that. Yes, Miss K, the music was definitely telling us something. Yes. All right. Hey, Tamika, did I say hi? Okay. So now, like I said, I don't know what this look is about, but leave Bakari alone, Jamal. Leave him the heck alone. Leave him alone. So Bakari is in the car and he's crying, he's breaking down. And I was also wondering, is he breaking down also? Like, he's upset. Listen, he just told the little girl he loved her and he was looking forward to going to the suburbs, taking her away out of the hood, spending time with the little girl he loved. And it didn't work out. It didn't go as planned. They ruined the prom night. So that is something to cry for what is her name? Lene. That's something to cry for. Her prom night was ruined. And for him, maybe he just feels like maybe he's in over his head. Maybe that's why he's crying. Like I said, he dropped the ball. All right. Now, it was also the song, maybe this gospel song that was playing in the car. Hold my hand. You know what I mean? Lead me to the promised land. All that stuff. Maybe he needs some guidance. Maybe he needs guidance. But my thing is, Bakari, you are staying with these people that are showing you a lot of love. Why are you being rebellious? Why? Now I'm going to leave it alone because they be bothering me. Let's see. Like me and Miss K say, shout out to all the night owls up in here. That's right, the night owls. Shout out to the night owls. I love y'all. All right. I think it was the song that Papa's dad was playing. Yeah, me too. So I think it was that song. Hold my hand, lead me to the promised land, all that stuff. Okay. Because my baby needs guidance. He needs freaking guidance. All right. Them gospel songs know how to make you feel. If you're already going through something, they know how to, woo, they minister to your soul. They minister to your spirit. Okay. So now, guys, first of all, I just want to say this. Like, this don't go with anything. But y'all know this is Tony. This is Jill. I think it's Jill Marie Scott. I think she is from Girlfriends, like I said last week. Y'all know that. And she wasn't this light, guys, right? I'm not bugging, right? She was a chocolate sister. So they need to ease up on the powder and let my girl's chocolate shine through. Okay? Like, don't let them do that to you, Jill. Don't let them do that. Anyway, now in this scene, folks, she lets him know, Bianca, she lets him know. The infamous him, freaking Duda, lets him know that Alicia came. All right. And so he was like, really? She came? Like, what was she doing there? What does she want? And she said, she's just being controlling and all that. He said, no, she's trying to control you or something like that, whatever. So, because I might have that part a little mixed up, but y'all get the gist. Y'all know what happened in this scene. She letting him know that Alicia came through. She was asking questions. And I think he said, did she ask about Q? And she said, did she say yes? Regardless if she said yes or not, I think she did say, she said no, but she's did she you know what, I'm gonna leave it alone, guys, because I don't want to get the lying. the point that I want to get to for this scene is that she asked if he was the one that deleted Q. And he said, don't ask me questions that you know the answer to. And she said, so why did you delete him? And he said, because he was being messy. That's how he answered it, because he was being messy. So now, guys, she says, who else knows? And he says, one other guy. And she says, is he loyal? And he said, he better be. Now, my thing is, I hope I didn't miss something with this scene, y'all. Help me out. Help me out. Because when she said, who else knows? I think he said one other person. Did he say one other person? Can y'all correct me if I'm wrong? Did he say one other person? I'm going to wait on that. Because if he said one other person, that's a freaking lie, right? Because it's two other people. Actually, it's three other people. There's a lot of people that freaking know at this point now. And she's the fourth person now that knows. Okay? Oh, okay. LSW said yes. Right. Because I'm like, I know I wasn't freaking hearing things. So now she's the fourth person to know. All right. It's Nuck that knows, because Nuck is the one that put him up to it. Right. It's Big Wolf. Big Wolf said he already know where I'm going. Nuck no. Okay. Trig no. What is her name? His wife, she knows, Roz, and now Bianca knows. All of these freaking people know that Douda deleted Q, right? So when she asked, is he loyal? He said he better be. Who the heck was he talking about? Because honestly, I thought he was talking about Nuck, because Nuck is the only one that needs to be loyal to him when it comes to this, because he don't have nothing to lose. His hands are clean of this, as far as, you know, yeah, he's the one who set the wheels in motion and put it in his ear, but he don't got nothing to do with it, as far as like incriminating, right? The only person that I think with that Douda would be concerned about is Nuck, because he don't need to be concerned about Trig, because he incriminated Trig, right, by making him dump the body. So he already made him, you know, what is it, a co-conspirator? He made him an accomplice. I'm sorry, not a co-conspirator. He made him an accomplice. Okay, and so I was automatically thinking that it was Nuck. Now, the fact that he said one person, now we could freaking be thinking all three of those people. Nuck, freaking no, it can't be Roz, because she's Bianca said, is he loyal? And he said yes. Okay, fine, whatever. Now, is Nuck loyal? And this is the reason why I said earlier we're gonna talk a little bit about it. If y'all watch Nuck, and see, this is why I hate watching TV like this that has my brain working, right? My writer's brain working. Okay. And I've also done some, you know, some little courses for film. And when you position cameras a certain way and scenes a certain way, they're supposed to tell you something, right? Based on the way you position things and based on the way the scene is shot. And so that's why sometimes I look at things, and I feel like sometimes the shy will have me looking at things a little too deep, and they never come through with it. So that's why I almost feel foolish for even about to do what I'm about to do. Okay. Or say what I'm about to say. Nuck is somebody that I feel like we have to watch. I think I already said this to y'all before. I feel like Nuck is somebody that we have to pay attention to. He is in every freaking scene where Douda has an issue with someone. Okay? Every scene. He is watching the interactions that Douda has with all his enemies. All right? This puts Nuck in a position that if he ever was in a situation where he had to possibly owe Rob a favor, he would be able to get to do that because he's an inside man, right? And I believe that somebody from the inside is gonna be the one to take Duda out or help carry out the plan to take Duda out. Okay. Now, if Nuck's back is against the wall for whatever freaking reason, if anything happens with those guns and Duda decides he wants to blame somebody or this and that, I don't know. But like I said, we got this chick right here who owes Katrina a favor, right? So now she's an inside person that could get close to Duda and set him up. All right. But we don't know if it's gonna go that way, right? We also got the whole thing where Nuck is an inside man who also witnessed all the enemies that Duda has. So he at any given day, he could pick and choose somebody that he knows hates Duda's guts. He don't even have to choose one person. He could choose, at this point, he could choose a whole gang of people to come against freaking Duda, right? But anyway, that's why I say we need to watch Nuck, because I think that he is gonna play. He's a key to this whole thing. This whole thing with Duda going down, he's the key. And how many times did we talk about loyalty when it came to Nuck? All right, you got this that moment. Was it last week when he said Nuck is loyal, but he's not greasy enough, or what was he used a different word, but you understand, right? He ain't grimy enough. All right, but then you get this scene. I mean to say, but then you get this scene right here where she says, is he loyal? Now, we don't know who the infamous he is. We don't know who he is, but I'm saying if it's Nuck, okay, is he loyal? Then I feel like that's the thing that's going to happen is that he could say that Luck is loyal, but he's not going to be loyal, guys. I don't know if you're feeling me, if you get where I'm coming from, guys, but that's where I'm at with it. All right. Let me see what y'all talking about though. Or was Duda referring to her? Look at the way he looked at her when she asked about loyalty. I'm thinking Nuck gonna flip on Duda instead of having him taken out. Right. I think he's the key. Like, regardless of how it goes down, guys, I think Nuck is he's the main factor in it all, in Duda being taken down. He's the inside man. He's the inside man. He's going to owe Rob a favor because he lied to Rob already. He knows that he was the one who freaking put it in his ear. All right. Now, what the heck is going to happen? I just want to know how it's going to play out to where he could find himself in a position where he has to do it. Maybe he gets tired. Maybe he gets tired of we saw that Nuck has a soft side to him all of a sudden, because I don't remember that soft side ever. He has a soft side to him all of a sudden. So maybe he gets tired of certain things. And, maybe when the innocent dies, maybe that's when it's like, okay, I can't take this no more. This guy's it's too much. I don't know. Has nothing to do with this, but did y'all see Nuck and 4? I sure did. And I was wondering what the heck he was doing there, but I wasn't mad. And the weed grower guy was enforced too. Oh, yeah, all of these Chicago folks. Yes, Big Wolf status, yes, because the way he kind of smirked at Duda when he told him, just don't get caught up or whatever. I'm saying I just feel like there's a reason why they put that scene in there. Like, why this random, and look, I don't feel like Dante is a random person. But in a way, right? It wasn't really random, especially because he was there with Cairo and stuff like that. So I can't say it was random for him to be there. But he's really like a serious side character that he shouldn't even be on our radar. And now all of a sudden he is on our radar because he's just like, he's there, and you see that he didn't look like he was scared at Duda at all. Like, Dude, I said, don't get caught up. And you're like, all right. he smiled. He got that little smirk on, like, okay, don't get fooled now. Don't get fooled. So, guys, I don't know, but we just gonna get ready to get up out of here, guys. Where did my water go? Shoot, because my throat is so dry. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyway, guys, we've been here for 1 hour and 30 minutes. I thank you so much for being here with me. Let's finish this, okay? So Keisha finds the money. Are you surprised? Like, it's so obvious, guys. It was so freaking obvious. And he puts it in the most stupid freaking place. You just got this house. You have a woman that freaking cleans, right? When your woman takes care of the house, you just better understand that you need to have like a serious hiding, like the bomb hiding place, a place that she never goes. Like if you have an attic, okay, and she don't like going into the attic or something like that because there might be birds in there or something crazy, something suburby. She won't go in the attic. Like you got to know your woman. Like I know she hates this. She hates the cellar, so I'm gonna put it in the cellar. You know what I mean? Like come on. This was so freaking stupid. I'm so done, man. I'm so freaking done. So she's like, what is this? Listen, she gonna leave his behind because he just lies too daggone much. He got too many freaking lies going on. Lie. She don't know what the heck. She know he dealing with Duda, but she don't know to what extent. Like she just doesn't know what the heck is going on with this kid. Stupid stuff. Chicago houses have backyards and basements. The Shy enjoyed this. The Shy. I enjoyed the show. Understand where storyline is going. Emmett and Keisha. Okay, that's what's up. You enjoyed the show and you understand where the storyline is going with Emmett and Keisha. You got to do a Shad move, Emmett. Right? He. That's. Are you saying he has to do what Shad did, or are you saying that he went and did like a Shad move? Because, I mean, Shad's hiding space place is way better than his. This was so stupid and obvious. But we know that something is gonna happen that causes Shad's hiding place to not be a hiding place anymore. Okay. Y'all said something gonna happen with that vent, something gonna happen with the what do you call it, like the air conditioning or something like that, not the air, the heat, because it's wintertime, right? So the heat is gonna be all jacked up and everything, and they're gonna I cannot. All right, guys, so we about to get up out of here. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for the folks that went and you sat through me sharing my story, and you were very encouraging, and I really appreciate that as well, guys. You're so awesome because it was not easy. That was hard as heck. All right, but I thank you so much. So Just Me B, thank you for being here. Stephen Harris, thank you for being here. Big Wolf Status, LSW, Matthew Wilson, Tina, thank you guys. Thank you all so much. Right now, Renee, thank you for being here. Matthew Wilson, yes, you're gonna catch the replay. Good. Catch the replay. Stephen, I don't want you to think I'm trying to come down on the Shy. I'm not. But with any show, when it doesn't really flow the way I like it to flow, I say what I gotta say, So this is not to trash writing or anything of that nature. It's just to say I'm getting tired. It's too much they're putting in. They're adding too many things right now. Let's slow it down and, just go at a good pace with progressing the story. That's all I'm saying. Okay, y'all adding too many freaking characters, and I just feel like it's gonna take a long daggone time to get to the point. Keep them gay. Oh, thank you. That video was beautiful. Thank you for being vulnerable with us with your story. We love you. Thank you so much. I love you guys too so much. And please forgive me for my voice. I started my asthma medicine again. And it really does, it makes my voice a little hoarse. But thank you guys. So hopefully tomorrow I will drop I haven't recorded the video yet, but hopefully I'll have that video dropped for Force. That's my recap for Force. That's the next thing that's coming. And then we're going to do the live on Sunday with Force, where we discuss our favorite moments, least favorite moments, and scratching my head moments. Okay, guys? Take care. And bleed. I say bleed. Take care and be blessed. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. I hope to see y'all on Sunday. Okay. Much love. Bye bye. Yes, Big Wolf Status. Check it out.